How you doing, guys? Today I'm gonna talk a little bit about OCD, especially when it developed in kids. And if you watched my vector psychology video, it can be developed mostly in anal vector kids, and it's also can if it develops worse and can become stuttering. They can become problems with in the speech, and the reason for all these problems, it starts when basically when if you see when person born is person most of us are perfectly fine. Like, sometimes, yeah, we get hurt, sometimes there is some issues when we're born, but probably 90 whatever 8% of people, they born perfect, so it's naturally. So all these issues, as you can see, they developed after, like, like 2 years, 1 2 years, and more. And when we're born, our the most important feeling that kids need to feel, it's security and safety. They cannot protect themselves, so naturally they feel. And the feeling, it comes from their mothers, from the mother is the one who gives them that, not the father, not the uncle, but the mother. It's the one who gives them that feeling. She's the one who gives them that. And when mother starts, um, when she raised the child, and for example she starts screaming on him too much, so what it does, I mean, it's not just screaming, but I'll get, like, one by one. We'll start with screaming first. When you scream on an adult person, like worst person, like whatever, you can say criminal in police precinct, you break his you can break him psychologically. You can break him that is gonna, he can start telling you what you want him to tell. He start doing things that you want him to do. So imagine in a fragile child, when you do that, or you basically damage his nervous system. You damage him psychologically. Now, when it's anal vector child, the most important things for him, that's his when he goes to restroom. That's his most, he has to take his time, he has to be slow. You cannot interrupt him. You cannot tell him hurry up and rush him out of the restroom. And I'm gonna get also deeper into it, and I'll explain exactly the reason for that. But anal vector child person, they usually kind of slow thinkers. They need to do one thing at a time. They need to take their time. So when you always interrupt him, when you always rushing him, hey, hurry up, and when you always forbidden him, you can put, like, by the way, forbidden, when you put limits in the children, like don't do that, and you're screaming at them, and don't do this, don't go there, don't go here. That's, if you check my previous video, you can see that I mean, don't and no, it's the most probably sensitive words that you can use when you tell to the child. And check my video, why is that. I mean, in 2 words, it's when we've been in the tribes, And one of the, for example, when we kill the prey and we have food for the whole tribe, and some people are put the rule. They say, don't touch this food. We're gonna divide it the way that we're gonna have enough food for tomorrow, because everybody wants to have it the same day, and we're gonna run of our resources tomorrow. So they say, no, don't touch it, don't. And if you still touch it, you grab that apple, the tribe expels you out of the tribe. You break the rule. And if you get expelled, if you get thrown out of the tribe, you die by yourself, because back in the times you could only survive when you live as a tribe, when you live as a group. So no, I mean, you can tell your child no, but not screaming. I mean, and always try to find some for example, every time when you tell him no, I mean, you can do it kind of soft matter, and every time try to find something that something to replace that limit. For example, I mean, you cannot go run on the street because there is cars and it can hit your leg and it's gonna hurt, but you can go and play with Johnny in the park, and something like you have to give him something explanation, and replace that no with something that he could do, because you cannot just throw him no, don't touch, don't do, interrupt him all the time, and rush him, especially Russian. You can rush dermal vector person, you can limit him. That's his limitation, that's his personality. He wants to limit himself, he wants to limit others. You can limit him, you can limit other dermal vector people, because limit, it's their personality, the rules, the limit. They want to limit themselves in their sources. They don't want to eat too much. They don't want you to eat too much. They don't want to sleep too much. You can limit others in the same. So that's kind of naturally. But when you do it to anal vector child, you can break his nervous system, and you can really damage that personality and psychologically the child. And especially I see mothers who has these kids, like OCD kids, that have those issues. I mean, I don't blame them that they don't know all that, they don't learn vector psychology, but when they put those videos on YouTube and they're trying to get, I don't know, likes, views, I don't know, they're trying to raise money or whatever they're trying to do with that, I think they should be in prison for that. Because they the one who developed that whatever stuttering and OCD in the kid. I mean, sometimes it can be also father, but parents, but most of the time it's the mother who gives them that security and safety. And most of the time she's the one who develops that, so she's the one who needs to go to, I mean, doctor is not gonna help her also unless she check vector psychology videos and understand exactly the issues. But instead she takes him to doctor and she puts videos on YouTube and trying to get likes, and I don't know what she's trying to do, but I think it's really kind of, it's really bad thing that they do that. So I don't. Now I'm gonna get in another video and I'm gonna get as I said, a little bit deeper in all these other issues that they can develop, and mostly it's, as I said, developed by